Okay, we are on to Fabric Obsessed. And think for a minute, what am I talking about now? I moved the camera up closer. Hopefully that doesn't interfere too much. I feel like it's cutting off my head a little bit, but it's easier for me to focus things. So, all right, what are we going to talk about first? First, we're going to talk about these scraps that Rail from the Dabbling Hook sent me. I have them in this box right here because move that out of the way. These are the scraps she sent me. You know, some of these are not scraps. Rail. So, but there's some awesome stuff in here. As I said before, I've already made some blocks for my 100-day project, which I'll show you in a minute. But there were some upholstery scraps in here, as well as this cool knit scrap, which is got silver skulls on it. It's originally I thought I might make me a tank top out of it, but it's not big enough for that. But look at that, that's pretty cool. So I was very excited to get that, and as I said, I have something special that I'll be working on for her, but I'm not going to say what it is yet. It's going to be a surprise. Get my box back, put that back over there. I forgot to get my, this is my box with, my page is turning. The squares I've done so far for the 100-day project. And I thought I would get to sew some today, but I don't think I'm going to get to that again today. I started so good, y'all. It's hard to get back on there once you get off. But I shall not let anything deter me. So I've got a pretty good bit because I did a bunch a couple days in a row. So I only aimed to do one a day. So I feel like the days that I did way more than one made up for it, maybe. I don't know. But here is one. If you haven't already seen them on Instagram, this was like a, I don't know, I found it in that bag of scraps, which has grown instead of shrank because I've been adding scraps from where I've been making bags. So what I usually do is do one that's just strips like this, and then I take the leftover strips and what I have left over and make one like this. So I get 2 blocks usually when I do this. So these two were a bright day ones, and I have a bunch of iron-on fusible fabrics or pieces or whatever left over there, so I happen to have these shapes in there, and I save them, and I figured, hey, I could use it on these squares or rectangles. These are 8.5 inches by 6.5 inches. This one I use denim and cotton scraps. I love to sew and leave the raw edges like that. Really do a double stitch over it. This will unravel, but it will stay. It'll just be a feathered edge. It'll look something like this. So I love to do that, especially if I have a weirdly shaped piece or it's too narrow to make seams. I'll do that. And then I have these blocks. And sometimes I do the zigzag stitch like that. That was like where I trimmed off a row and I saved it, and then I stitched it on top of this. So, and yeah, I made these for this one. These were left over from some of the first ones I did that before I started this. There we go. You can see how I did the little fleece bit, sewed on top leftovers and stuff like that. Now these Well, I have 4. These came from that stash of scraps that Rail sent me. Some very cute fabrics. And then these also came from that stash that she sent me of scraps. It's got some alpacas or llamas or whatever you want to call them on there. So, and then the rest in this stack are some I already had done before I started. So I have quite a bit. And at first I started out really strong. I was doing 4 of them a day. I did that for like 2 days. And then life happened. And I missed some days. And then I got back on. I did a day. And I haven't done any more since. But I do fully intend to get back to this whenever I can. Hopefully before the weekend is up, I will get some more done. I have a ton of scraps, so I will most likely have several quilt tops out of this. So that is my 100-day project. Let's see, bags. So that's the other thing I've been working on and finished. I have a whole pile of them, what I haven't sold yet. I also got, I had to get, you can see that up there, maybe, just on top of that red box. I had to get more twill for drawstrings. I realized after I had sewed up a bunch, I didn't have any more drawstring material. Well, I've been ordering it from a lady on Etsy, but she only sells it in 12 yard is at the most. I was like, I need to get bigger quantities. I found a place in Marietta, Georgia, actually. It's called, it's like twill.com or something like that. I mean, or twilltape.com, I believe is what it's called. But it's actually in Marietta, Georgia. And they had like big rolls of it. And it was cheaper per yard, too. And I like it actually better than what I had before. It's a nicer twill. And then I also got this strapping, which is cotton, which I intend to start using for my Mega Maker bags instead of the heavier twill tape, which is actually rug binding that I've been using. So, where did I put my bags? Oh, yeah, this is heavy. Now, I had cleared out some those containers to put smaller bags in, but I don't, some of this might fit in there, but I don't think all of it's going to fit in there. I just haven't had a chance to organize it. Just kept it in here to protect it. So, I have a lot of, they're all on the Etsy site, so you can check them out. I think this is the only mini maker I have left that I made that's new. My original mini maker bag didn't include the top band. The drawstring was down in here. So I decided to put a top band on it, which did mean I had to change the price a little bit on it, but so I had them at $7, and so now they're $8, but they have a little bit more room in them, and now they are really fully reversible, even though my tag will be on the outside, but my tag is on the outside of some of those bags because I forgot to do it anyway, and your little tab will be, but now you can actually pull the drawstring from the inside or the outside, no matter what. I had a big one with this print on it, but someone's already bought that. So, but if you really want a big one with this, I have some of my new zippered ones. I have one big zippered one in this fabric. I just gotta finish sewing it. That will go in there. Those do cost more than the drawstring because they have zipper and batting, and there's just more to them. And they have a strap on the side. So, but the only other ones I have currently in the shop, I have this little one, and then I have some little, I have this zippered pouch like this. This is one of my Maker's leftover pouches. This has 2 different fabrics on the inside. That reminds me of knit stitches, and it has that polka dot, and it's a slightly rounded zipper. Wait, I got something else. Also have 2 of these, this size, of my maker pouches, which I decided if I do the box bottom, it's a maker pouch, and I just have them in different sizes. But they all come with a little stitch marker or charm on the zipper. These both have this cute little sheep charm on it. And these, I have two that are pretty much exactly the same. They have this fun polka dotted print on the inside, and they have a tab inside. I have two this size, okay? But that's all I have left of the llama print. Like I said, I have one big zipper maker bag that will be coming. I just gotta finish sewing it. It's like this one. This is the only one I have currently in the shop. It is the same size as my drawstring maker bags. It doesn't have the drawstring top, but it has a zipper. It does come with a charm. This one has a bunny rabbit kind of peeking over, because this is a Wonderland. This is a Wonderland fabric by Katarina Rosella, one of my favorites. It has her version of Alice in Wonderland on there, which I really like. There is a bunny rabbit on here somewhere. I didn't know where, but I feel like, or maybe that's the other one. I don't know. But there's teapots and things like that. So this has a handle, and these do have the pockets all the way across one side of them, okay? This is a quilted, it's still a soft bag, but it was quilted. Gives it a little more body, but because it's so big, it still doesn't stand by itself. But when you have yarn, well, it does a little bit. When you have yarn in it, it will be fine. This is like my watermelon bag I showed y'all earlier, except it did the zipper correctly. So, yeah. See, look at that. Look at that zipper end. If it will, I don't want to see my big old finger. See? That's how it's supposed to be. Try to touch it softer so it don't shake so much. Yeah, I just dropped that big bag off. Okay, I have a ton of maker pouches, which one of these has sold. I think it's the one with the pink zipper. So I still have this one. It's another Alice in Wonderland print. It's more of a pop art type of feel. And then I have these, which have the metal zipper and a key. This is the Ghastly's Take a Notion print, or a Ghastly Notion print. That's what it is. And I have a big bag that matches it. This is my regular maker bag with the drawstring top, purple inside, and the pocket all the way across the bottom. I'm not gonna be able to show y'all all these bags, but there are pictures on my website, my Etsy shop, and the link will be below. I have these in there now. Some of these already sold before I could put them in there. So this is the Ghastly Sewing print that everybody seemed to love. So I have that. And let's see, I have a ton of these zipper. This is that Wonderland print, but it's a small zipper bag in a different color. I have these I really love this print. Someone already bought the big bag that goes with this, the big drawstring bag, but this has the lurking lady, is what I call her, in the snips. And then I have, if they're a pouch, they're in the maker pouch section. So I have some with that lady on it in the there. Now, if I'm calling them Maker's Leftovers. They're small, flat, zippered pouches. They will be in my new Maker's Leftovers section, right? So I actually have another one of these cut out. I managed to get a very similar print here On the back's a little different, but that man knitting is on there. And these will hold. This will hold crochet hooks or knitting needles. So I just have the one tote, which I've shown you before, and I did put the 3 mega maker bags in there. So I'm not gonna show you everything because this is already getting really long. I knew it was gonna be long, but I may have to do it in 2 parts. That's okay. Just check out my Etsy site and you can see all of them. I put as many pictures as I possibly can on there, and I show the inside and the outside, and if it has a charm, I show that. I try to tell you what it's made out of and everything, so all that will be on my Etsy site. Now, moving along. Yes, we're still not finished. I've been away for 3 weeks, basically. What did you expect? I mean, so what's next on my list? I did get my latest, and my paper fell somewhere. There it is. Teadoddles Back Quarter Club for April. This is Make a Wish by Alice Courter for Camelot Fabrics of Canada. So I really love the colors in this collection. So there's one. I love that combination of purple and teal and coral. This is the second one. I love the gray with the coral as well. Most of these prints are coral and gray, and then there was just that one with the different colors. But I really love the colors in this collection. So that was my Teadoddles Club for the month. I also got my Darn Good Yarn Club, or Darn Good Fabric of the Month Club. And this time it was just this silk polka dot fabrics, which they're kind of some different background colors, but they're pretty much the same. And then we got the ribbon. We got is the same fabric as ribbon, and that was what it was last month. I feel like that's kind of cheesy. I have yet to make one of these blocks, but I feel like they should put a different ribbon or something than the fabric. I don't always want to get the ribbon that's the same as the fabric. That seems silly. The first box wasn't like that. So, I don't know. I still enjoy it. We have to make one of the blocks, so maybe I'll get to do that over my break too. The list keeps getting longer, y'all. It really does. I've got so much stuff on this table, it's ridiculous. Alright, so next I want to talk about this, okay? This is a matte 8th. I'm not going to take it apart, but it is from Riley Blake. Let me get my paper. This is from the this is the Riley Blake Designs Fabric Challenge, which is through the Modern Quilt Guild, which I'm a member of. I'm a single member because I don't have a guild to actually go to. And this is a challenge, and you get, if you sign up fast enough, you get the Fat 8th bundle. And then by the end of May, so this is something else I'll be working on soon. I plan on doing a mini because I don't have time to do a big quilt, but you have to make a quilt. It can be a mini, it can be any size. It has to use all Riley Blake fabrics, and you can submit it and possibly win a prize. So I'm excited to try that out. I have some ideas about what I want to do already, so that is something coming up in the future. This little guy here, I got this from Stort's Market. I've been following them on Etsy, well, on Instagram for a while, and Etsy, because I love these little pin cushions they make. They make them out of salt cellars. Here's their card. Yeah. Hopefully that's long enough for y'all to see it. And before it zooms back out, here is, look at this. When I saw this one, I had to get it. It is so cute. It has a little mushroom, and it came with this little glass mushroom pen. So adorable. And this is a glass salt cellar, and they just put the little pin cushion in there, and it has a button on it. So adorable. I love it. And I've been wanting one for a long time. I finally just went ahead and got one. So, very cute. What is next, y'all? What is next? Oh, fabric. Yeah, fabric. I've really got to figure out this focus thing. Yeah, we're first gonna look at fabric. So, these first few fabrics came from Happy Aprons for You, which I've ordered from before. These were two different orders. She always sends these really cool cards with each order. They have little sayings on them. Now, her card that she sent says it's the Fabric Bird, which I guess she has a website for. So I'm gonna have to check that out. So let's take a look at the fabrics. I went ahead and ordered more of the Ghastly Sewing fabrics. I felt like people really liked them, and plus someone has already requested me to make, whenever I finish the design, a crochet hook holder with it. Now see, I had these before with the white, but I found she had this print with the gray background, which I really liked. So I got more of that. Then I was super excited to get this in a price that I could actually make bags, because it is Tula Pink fabric. She's one of my favorite designers, but typically the fabric is $12 plus a yard, but I got this at a price that I couldn't believe. And this is her new line, Pinkerville. This print, her prints are all like this. You see how if you hold it back, it looks like an owl in there, but it's actually a butterfly. When you zoom in. And then I got this in two different colorways. It's one of my favorite ones. So I'm going to hold it back like this. And back here, it looks kind of like, you can see some things going on. But when you get closer, look, there's like Loch Ness monsters in the lakes. There's a swan. And there's a unicorn drinking from the lake. Isn't it awesome? I love her prints. So I have it in this purple, and I have it in this pink colorway. So these bags will be coming this summer, unless I have too many bags left in the shop still. So we'll see how that goes, but that was the intent with buying those. I love Tula Pink fabrics. They're so awesome. They're always bright colors like that, and they always have a print that has animals kind of hidden in them in the print. Another one I love, which I have a little bit of over here, is Zuma. But okay, now let's move along. I've got this fabric is from Granny Bev's Vintage on YouTube. On Etsy, I have, these are all Alexander Henry fabrics. This is just, it's from that same Ghastly line of fabrics. It was just the overall print I can use for lining, and I liked the green, the pale green color on it. This one I debated on until I realized, okay, you can see the dragon, right? And you see the knight riding the dragon, which is still a cool print, but there's also a princess on the dragons as well. Look at her. This is a pretty cool fabric. And when I realized that some of the dragons had a princess on it, I thought, oh, I really want some of that. So these could potentially be bags as well. Like I said, it just depends on, I did a really big shop update, so I really need to sell, because there was no big bags in there anymore. So we'll see how all that goes before I do any of these others. And now this one I probably would save till Halloween time, but it's really cool. I'm trying to find a spot that has bats on it. I love the color. It has spider webs in there too. Yeah, I just thought it was a really cool print. I love the colorway. Just something different. Alexander Henry, he has a lot of great prints. Sometimes I don't like them, sometimes I do. So, alright, and this box is stuff from a Fat Quarter Shop order I did a couple weeks ago. This is the Fat 8th bundle. It's another Wonderland print, which I kind of like, but I kind of don't. But I bought this because it was on their flash sale. It was really cheap, and when I was designing the crochet hook pouch, I used a Fat 8th bundle, so that was my intent, to see if you could use one to make a pouch and how much it would take. And I wanted to do another one in this print. Not that I would always use a Fat 8th bundle to make it. Pre-cuts cost more typically, but it gives me an idea of the sizes I can use. Now this bundle of fabric, I was super excited because they had it on sale. They had an awesome price on it because it is a half-yard bundle of fabric. And y'all, I forgot to write down the name of the line, but I will put it up here, okay? Because it's not etc. It's like Esoterra or something like that. But I love the colors in here, and I'm gonna show you all the prints, but this has dinosaurs in it, y'all. But this is like a jungle print right here. And then this is like a map print, but of dinosaur trails or something like that. And then this one, it has fossils in there. Those little printed things are actually fossils. It's not showing up very well there. But that's what that is. And then there's another floral type botanical print of old flora and fauna. This one is called Amber because it has bugs as if they were in amber on there. This is supposed to be like dinosaur eggs printed. This is another amber one, but it's in a different colorway. That's this botanical print in a different colorway. I'm getting to the dinosaurs, y'all. There's dinosaurs in here, trust me. Look, here's some Triceratop heads. I just like the way that looks. It's not overly juvenile. It's like grown-up dinosaur. There's such a thing. But the only print that I don't like out of this whole collection, because it makes absolutely no sense to me, is this cheetah print. Okay? Why would you have a cheetah print in a dinosaur collection? I don't know. Can someone explain that to me? Like, I need another print, and I'm gonna make it this. So I don't like that. But this one has dinosaur silhouettes, but I like it because it has those little splotches of just color on some of them. It's just really cool colorway, which I love even more. I love this even more. And then here's the Triceratop again in hot pink. And this is just a textured, grassy kind of, I don't know, it's cool looking. I like it. And here it is again in a different colorway. This one is one of my favorites. This is that botanical print again, but with the darker background. Colors just pop on that, don't they? And here's the map again in a different colorway. Eggs in a different colorway. And the Triceratops in another colorway. And then there's this one, which is probably my favorite. You'd have to open it up to really see it good, but look, it has dinosaurs in it. But it's in such a cool colorway and print. I just really love it. I really do. So these are possible bags for the summer. That is what I bought them with the intent to do. But like I said, gotta sell the bags that are in there now. So something coming up in your Etsy shop near you, your Teadoddles Etsy shop near you. Summer 2019. That's the plan. Okay. A few more things to show you here. I'm probably gonna take a break again and finish this up probably tomorrow because I have got other things I need to do. But okay, I had to order some things from the Fat Quarter Shop because I have a quilt commission coming up. The color request was Santa Fe. I found some paint chip samples like in the colorways and sent them a bunch to see what colors they were actually looking for. This is for a guy, so he wanted a masculine quilt. And then they threw me a loop at the end just before I was ordering fabric, and they wanted plaid in it, which is different, but okay. So this is what I ordered. I really like it. These are, I have the paper here. What are these? Pure Elements. I can't remember who the designer, but that's Pure Element Solids. And this is the plaid I picked to go with it, which I think, but sometimes when you order fabric online, you don't know what it's going to look like when you get it. It's really blowing out in the camera, but I really think this looks great together. And I hope that they love it as well. Got to send them a picture. You have to be careful sending pictures because you got to try to make sure the coloring's right on it and that it looks the same when they're seeing it. So that could be a little iffy, but yeah, that's a future quilt. I really love the colors though, and I hope that they are in love with them too, because it's gonna look a little different than that paint chip thing that I sent them. All right, so then I also picked up this. It was on their flash sale. It is a Free Spirit. This is Tula Pink. This is the Zuma collection. You can see a whale up in there. This is the bottom half of it's a seahorse. I'll get it right in a minute. But there's some really cool prints in here. I'm not taking them all out. These are all hexes, and I think I'm gonna make me a pillow or something out of it. Be cool. And I got this for a potential bag. Although this is not a full, this is only 24-piece charm pack, but it had these cool farmhouse prints on it. And it has it's like everything is the wheel. This is kind of aged barn looking thing, and then it has a wordy print. I'm trying to get, because it has an egg. Come on, in different colors. There we go. Which kind of reminds me of the dinosaur eggs, but these are chicken eggs. So, probably be making a tote for the shop out of that. And then this was on clearance, and I absolutely love Carolyn Freelander. And this is one of her prints, which is gorgeous. I have this print in a different colorway. Very architectural, but yet this has trees in it. So that was just like on super clearance. Alright. Now, last thing in my fabric obsessed portion is a quilt kit that I got from Blueprint, formerly known as Craftsy, because they sent me a 60% off one item coupon because I am in the streaming service, which is only $7.99 a month now. Oh my gosh. And they're having up to 60% off of their kits and stuff this weekend, so I will drop that link down below. yeah, that's cheaper than it was when it was Craftsy. I haven't had a chance to really dig in there, but there looks like some really great stuff in there. So something to think about. I do realize that this came in a Craftsy bag. They probably just have a ton of them left over. This is a little drawstring plastic bag. But my quilt kit came in a zippy plastic bag, and I was really happy to see that. It's like one of those sheet bags or something. And I just realized that this has a tag on it, but you can see the colors. Well, maybe you can see the colors. I'll show you the pattern. There we go. Yeah, they're all solids, which is, see, I did that solid quilt. I did another solid quilt with the name. This is just not typical for me. Did I tell y'all about I finished a baby quilt with a name. It was all one solid pale pink on the front. And yikes, I did not like the way that turned out, but I hope they like it because it's the first time I've ever done that on something just completely plain fabric. No prints, anything. So I'll drop a link. I did a blog post about it. I can't remember if I told y'all about that or not, but this is the pattern, which is by Susie Quilts, who I love. I follow her on Instagram. She just had a baby. It's called Campfire, and they had it in 2 different colorways. This one is the, what is this one? I don't remember, but this is it. I really love the colors in it. I don't know why it's called Campfire, but I think this is the Twilight version. And then they have one that's brighter colors. So I super love this. It's a queen full-size quilt. It's 91 by 108 inches. So I have all the fabric. This comes with all the front fabric. Campfire Dusk. That's what this is. Hold on. I believe these quilt kits all come with, wait a minute. I don't remember what size I ordered. I don't remember them having sizes to choose from. This has several different sizes. So, I don't know what size this is. There's several different sizes in here. Came with over 5.5 yards of fabric, so I have no idea what size this quilt actually is, but I do know that the original price for this kit, which includes everything except the backing fabric and the batting, was $78. Or $75. I paid $28 for all of this because I had that 60% off coupon. So that was a steal. Yeah. I don't know when I'll actually get to start on it, but it could potentially be a baby quilt for somebody who wants a baby quilt. I don't know. That was a great price for that though. Alright, so I think that's finally it for Fabric Obsessed. I think. So I'm going to take a break and do my DIY. Probably to be tomorrow, so you'll probably see me in some other clothes. Hopefully I can get this processed before the weekend is up. That is the plan. So, whew.